Hey there, hi there, ho there. Welcome everybody. Hello to the stream. Hope you can hear me. Let me know. Hey, Time Roller, good to see you. Did you just subscribe? Because if you didn't, I didn't see the little pop-up because we were in the lobby. But if you did, thank you so much. If it wasn't you, be gone. It's Ryan from Knights Around the Table. And look who I've got with me. You thought she was buried in the basement this entire time. I don't know, my logo's not working. It's Cheryl.
Whoops, could hear you.
Oh, can't hear you. I didn't subscribe. You know what? You could.
Maybe they could hear us when we were just chatting.
Poppy says hi.
Hi. Hi, Poppy.
Welcome.
Good to see you.
What we've got going on today, so much stuff to say, and I haven't seen everybody in so long. Thank you for joining me. If you're catching this on YouTube, thank you very much for not being here. But I screwed up the time. I put 11 p.m. PST, and it's 11 a.m. PST, and I'm sorry if you just planned your whole day around this, and then you came at 11 p.m. and we weren't here. What we've got here is this big box that we're going to open. Everybody, this is a Kickstarter for a game called Terraforming Mars, which is here, and I can't quite lift it up because this is the kind of thing that you're only allowed to store one way on your shelf, and if you tip it this way, everything gets messed up. So it's got to stay like that on the table. Everybody who ordered this thing already had it, already opened it, already ogled what was inside, and we're kind of like late to the party because it's been sitting on the floor. We've been camping and doing summer stuff. But this is not for the people who ordered this. This is for the people who didn't order this, and I want you to know this is my purpose in making this video. I don't want you to look at this and think, oh man, I missed that Kickstarter. I should have backed it. I don't want you to feel FOMO, F-O-M-O, fear of missing out. I am pioneering a new term. As of this video, you heard it here first, folks. The term is Tagaimo, which stands for, thank God I missed out. Because let me just tell you a couple things about what's in this box. Historic Vertical finds as overall. Really, do you? Does it all fit in there? Well, you'll see. I've got some. I'm going to show you some extras, as I always do, and you'll be like, nah, I don't know. I don't know if that would fly. Or it would fly out of the box. Tagaimo. Why? Because this is now taken the crown as the most dollars we've ever spent on a board game.
Oh.
And it's not even a board game.
It's more than the table saw game?
What's the table saw game?
That game, the card game that I wasn't like super... Seventh Continent. That's what it's called.
Yeah, so let's talk briefly about the Seventh Continent, which formerly held the title. I complained frequently on this channel about how much I spent on the Seventh Continent, and how much have we played the Seventh Continent? One time, and that's it. Out of money.
Maybe you need to sell it or something.
Something's got to happen, or maybe we need to stream it. Terraforming Mars, though, how much have we played Terraforming Mars?
Oh, so much.
Right, quite a bit. And it's interesting because Arcane Wonders just, they came up with a redo of Castles of Burgundy. Oh, you know what? I got my keyboard. Let's start getting into tech debt here.
Oh,
hold on. Oh, are there ads? Okay, cool. I will cue this up because I've got time now that an ad's running. People on YouTube are like, what are you talking about ads? So if you're watching on YouTube, Twitch regularly runs ads, and I regularly miss the cue that they're running, and I just keep on talking. So hold on, let me see if I can get this going. Go. Castles of Burgundy, go. It's not. I spent so much time. I spent so much time making this work.
You try.
Oh, I know. I try so hard. Hold on. You know what? The space bar doesn't work. So what I'm supposed to be able to do, space, is I'm supposed to be able to like type the name of the thing, and then I'm supposed to be able to hit a button. It's supposed to magically appear. Man.
Oh.
Castles of Burgundy.
Hold on.
Wait. Because I made it voice activated too. It didn't work. Sorry. Yeah, ads were lame. I missed your new term that you're pioneering. Oh, did I see the moment I said it, the ad jumped up? All right.
Maybe.
The new term is this. Are we back from ads? Ads start in Right, yeah, we're back from ads.
Okay.
Awakened Realms, thank you, not Arcane Wonders. Yes, I forgot who it was. To recap, the term is TGIMO, Tagaimo, which stands for thank God I missed out, because we're going to open this thing and you're going to be like, boy, I'm glad I'm not as dumb as Brian and Cheryl for spending what they spent on this thing. So I have a little exercise to do just before we get into this. We have a kid. We took camping. The kid tried a paddleboard for the first time ever and fell in love with it and thought, boy, I really want to own a paddleboard. So we go looking at what paddleboards cost versus the cost of like renting the 1 or 2 times a year we go camping, right? So the one that we were looking at Costco costs how much?
It's $400, not on sale.
$400, isn't it?
No, sorry, $500 not on sale, and we're waiting for it to go on $400.
So $500 not on sale. What do you get in that package?
You get the paddleboard, the pump, the paddle, a backpack for it, and I think that's it. Okay. What did we spend on this box? I don't know. What did you spend on this box?
What's in this box? So you see what I mean? So like that's the issue. So Kickstarter, you spend scads of money a year ago and then it arrives at your door. I'm like, I didn't want this. It's like Seinfeld's joke where he's like, oh, you go to a restaurant and then you eat and you were hungry and you eat. And then they come out and they say, hey, pay money for food. And you're like, why? I don't want food. I'm full. You know what I mean? It's just kind of like a weird timing thing. I'll give you the honors. We don't have the special knife. There's only one reason I could see to block this Kickstarter. Honors. If you had, there's a new term. What is it? BOFBD. If you had the big that's another term big dumb box for dumb dummies is the term from Knights Around the Table for this kind of thing. I also wanted to say, like, when we were at Gen Con a couple of years ago, we bought one of those board game bags, those big juicy board game bags. So if you go to a conference or you go to your friend's house or whatever and you got more than one game to bring, and instead of taking it in, like if you're from Toronto, a 401 game shopping bag, you can put it in this nice satchel and like carry it as a backpack or big strap or whatever. These days I can fit like one game in that thing.
Yeah, you put this thing in. I know. It's half full.
That's it, right? You put in like the Anachrony big box, and you're done. You can't squeeze anything else in there. So
you can do party games.
Yeah, you can do a couple party games, and then you never get to play the party games because the big thing takes up your entire evening, especially rereading the rules. Anyway, whatever. Board gamer problems.
We need like 2 or 3 of those bags.
Yeah, right. They're so
the way
gigantic.
We roll.
Not only
honestly.
That, they don't even like fit in our car.
No, I know.
Shall we get into it and see what we've done? What terrible thing we did? Hold on, let me back this up a little bit here. I do have the power to do that. Back it up. That's as good as we've got it. It's a big box and packing peanuts. Yay! Oh goody! Everybody loves the peanuts. I hope this is. I hope this is what I think it is. Because if this isn't Terraforming Mars, I'm gonna feel. Oh, it is. It is. Okay, good. Look, I can see the orange right here.
God. If it wasn't, that's
I know, I'd have to like change the title real quick and apologize to everyone. Okay, we're gonna throw. Do we have a bag to put these peanuts in? Okay, throw them in the corner. The floor! Yay!
Oh no, you're picking it up. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it!
What do you think kids are for? We've got teenagers.
Right. Yeah, that will go over real well.
Kids, mommy and daddy made a mess. Alright, settle down. Okay. Well, what have we got here? We got this. So who backed this, by the way, in chat? I have on Mars in the same Kallax. It's on theme. For some strange reason, I don't see the chat happening on screen. So just if you're watching again on YouTube, trust me that the chat's happening. That's what I'm responding to. This is this is the sleeve pack, and I feel very bad about these sleeves because I saw a Facebook post by somebody who owns a different game that has foil or specialized sleeves, and they're like, look, we've played 2 or 3 times and the sleeves like cracked and the foily stuff is coming off. I'm like, what did I just spend money on the sleeves for? Yes. So then you have to like sleeve the sleeves, and then of course, you know, your sleeve tower is gigantic and nothing fits in the box. And like, I know. So I don't know if that's the case with these ones. Maybe if you own them and you've played a couple times now, you can tell me if they're already starting to disintegrate. But that's it. It's a pack of sleeves so that you can sleeve your game and have it for all eternity. Hooray. Okay. Next. What do you got?
This thing.
Oh, okay. Now, I've complained about this before. Terraforming Mars Automa. What does that word mean? Wait, stop thinking. We gotta deal with it. Think at a time. You're so excited. I don't even know what we bought. What does that mean? What's Automa mean?
Oh.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm blanking.
It's not an English word. It's an Italian word. I've beefed about this before. So, the word for a robot is automaton, right?
Yeah.
The Italian word for that is automa. And you're like, well, okay, is Firaxis Games, is that what these guys are? Firaxis? Yeah. Oh, Frix Games. Are they Italian? No, they're flipping... Wait, are they Italian.se? What are they? What is SE? I'm going to look super ignorant. Swede? I don't know. They're from the north of Europe anyway. So, Automa. And Poppy can get on my case for this, but you got to put it on camera so the people can see it. So that word's Italian, and the reason why they're using that word is because very popular board game publisher Stonemaier Games had a game called Viticulture, and Viticulture was like an Italian vineyard, and when they wanted to name the robot opponent, instead of using the word automaton that we use in English, they're like, oh, it'd be cute if we use the Italian word for it, automa. And then all kinds of board game publishers began to think that that was the word to use for that thing, especially after Stonemaier used that word as Swedish, okay, especially after Stonemaier used that word for every successive automaton that they had for all of their games. They thought, oh, we did it for Viticulture, we'll keep calling it the Automa. And then other board game publishers are like, yeah, we'll call it the Automa too. I'm like, no, you're dumb. It's... Anyway, this is the kind of thing, this is why I don't get to sleep. I just lay awake in bed at night.
But language changes, right? Like...
Yeah, but... Okay, that's a great point. Prescriptivism versus descriptivism.
Okay.
I mean, come for me in chat, but I'm a prescriptivist, which means that it's like, so I'm a semi-prescriptivist, which is like, you know, there are rules of language and there's a syntax, and we all got to follow the rules so that we can make sure that we're all speaking the same language, we're all talking the same thing. I know that language changes. I know it has dramatically changed, and I'm fine with it changing. That's totally cool. What I hate is when language changes because people make mistakes and do dumb things.
Or maybe they just thought it was cute too.
What? But is there anything Italian about Terraforming Mars? Are there any Italian corporations?
How do you know?
I don't know, let's go through all the cards and find out. Anyway, so also, that's the whole... Now, Terraforming Mars does come with a solo mode. You can play it solo, but it's not... it's fine. I've played it once on stream, actually. I can link to that. So I don't know what this does that doesn't do, but maybe we can open it a bit if we're interested. Are you interested at all in the solo mode?
Never.
Right, so maybe that's just for dads. What else you got? Okay, you can keep digging.
If I'm going to play something solo, it's going to be a video.
Oberon says, I would have found Automa acceptable. I know. It's when language changes because people are dumb. I was just
say that.
Well, okay. Your versus your. Eventually, your will come to mean you are because enough people use it. Yeah, look, now you're getting twitchy because enough people use it without the apostrophe re and get it wrong, right? This is mysterious and not labeled. What does it say on the back?
Cardboard map.
Oh, okay. So this is for dirty pores, and I'll explain why in a sec.
Whoa.
So I'm going to throw that out. Okay, so what it was you could get the cardboard maps, or you could upgrade to what's deeper in the box, which is where all the money went, I guess.
That can't happen. You're wrong.
You're wrong. No, it's gonna happen. It's gonna just the way that like what's the word? Irregardless was not a word, and enough people complained about it, but then enough people used it that now the dictionary is like, we're gonna get hits. We're gonna get hits this year on our website. We'll make it a word and get people talking about us.
That's too much fun.
Oh, okay. Look, this is really funny. This is the actual Kickstarter right here. No, don't put them where I gotta control the video. This right here, this tiny box, is what the entire thing is about. Prelude 2. There are a number of expansions for Terraforming Mars.
So this is all you had to buy, and you bought all of this?
Yeah. Well, okay. Wait. Let's flash back to when we were sitting at the computer looking at the Kickstarter. Let's do a transition back. Do you remember?
I don't even remember. I really don't.
I was cruising through. I'm like, look, you can get this, you can get this. I said, this is the core of it. You know, we'll definitely get this, but how much of this other stuff do you want? And you were looking, and I think... Was
it like 1 a.m.?
No, it was in the mid-afternoon, and I think because you didn't care, you're like, nah, just get it all.
Was I in the middle of my work day?
No, I know, you weren't distracted or anything. I had your full attention, and you're like, yeah, just click on it. I'm like, holy cow, are you serious? So, of course...
I guess I was in a mood.
You must have been. Are you happy so far with what you've seen?
I don't know.
All right. Poppy says it's funny that Automa bothers me because there are lots of board gaming words in the news fairly recently, and it's actually not recently now that by the time this video hits. But did you know that the company Hans and Gluck who published Carcassonne, which features little simulacrums of human beings in wood form called
Meeples?
Right. After the game's been out, what has it been, 10 years, 12 years?
Yeah.
Decided to, no, more than 20 years, I think, decided to trademark the word. Right. So then you got to think, like, everybody's ever used it. So AEG used it in Meeples and Monsters, Meeples versus Minions.
Can you do that?
Well, this is the question. Meeple Mart, the store in Toronto, right?
Right, yeah.
Yeah. There's so many things that have used the word Meeple because it wasn't trademarked, and they've been like, oh, by the way.
Poppy says they didn't even come up with the word originally.
Yeah, it was a player, wasn't it? A player. Meeple is a portmanteau of my people, right? And I think it was a player who came up with that term, right? So, like, they put everybody up in arms, and they got mad, and I think fairly so, and it'll be interesting because it won't be tested, I think, until there's a lawsuit involved, and the lawsuit will have to be launched by whoever has the deepest pockets, who it needs to defend the use of that word, right? And who's that? I don't know.
I don't know.
You talk about board gaming companies
and
deep
kind of
pockets.
small compared to like other industries. I don't really know.
Right, but like, who's to say
who's got that lawyer money?
Who's to say that Hans and Gluck has that lawyer money? I mean, they've got enough money to trademark it, and trademarking costs, patenting costs 10 grand, trademarking's cheaper. And it's different, and it depends on where you are in the world and which region you live in. And in certain countries, like in the UK, or at least in England, the moment you make the thing, it's automatically trademarked. But that isn't true for the United States. And if it's automatically trademarked in England, it's not. Anyway, it's a whole thing. Lawyers. They're trying legally. It's pretty shaky, says Oberon. They haven't been protecting that name so long that it's likely to fail. That's it, exactly. If you trademark something, then you have to like send out cease and desist letters all the time for anybody who uses it.
That's why I'm saying, it's been so long. Yeah. How can you do that?
Let it go 20 years? A lot of us don't think that they have a leg to stand on. Okay, let's get into that one in a second. What else is in the box?
It's like letting people trespass on your property for 20 years.
Yeah, and that's a thing too, right? People are making like cow paths. They're really, going through farmer fields. I'm gonna smack you in the snoot getting these peanuts out of here. Look at what they put in here.
I think you can pull it out and...
Almost. There's a couple of little things in here. So these are probably like promo cards. Season pack, 2023 promo that we didn't have. Some interesting cards, maybe. I don't know. I don't even know what they do. I'm not one of those players who's played so much that I can like name you all of the corporations and go like, yeah, you really want to start with corporate archives. I have no idea. I don't know.
We have too many games to memorize.
Oh, I know.
Any of our games.
I do have it. I might even make a video series about my favorite card in this game. I do have a favorite card in this game. Do you? I mean, so. there are ones that are just endearing, like penguins. I like the one where, what's the one where, is it animals? I don't know. There's one where you like take cubes off of other people's cards, and it's because you're eating their animals or something. I think that's funny. The animals card is like a cute little puppy. You're like, I eat your puppies. Oh my, says Oberon. You really did go all in. I'm telling you, like it's absurd.
I feel like it was a fever dream when I said. Go.
Oh, I have not even. Okay, so this is an expansion. There are numerous expansions. One of them is called Colonies. One of them is called Turmoil, and nobody likes it. Nobody likes it to the point where every time I pull out this game, nobody wants to play with it. They refuse.
Yeah, what's in Turmoil?
Turmoil is there's a series of cards that are like kind of like government parties, and you have an assembly, and you have to vote up certain government parties so that the next round it's like, if I'm strong in plants, then this is my round, baby. I get all sorts of perks for.
Super into it.
Yeah, no, and to the point where nobody will play with it. Like I always suggested, none of my friends.
People like? I wonder if they're
I'd love to know. Like Oberon, do you play with Turmoil? We play with Colonies all the time. And I'll talk about Colonies in a second. That's where you get little spaceships, and you get like little person prizes. It's pretty good, and we play with Hellas and Elysium, which are 2 additional boards, which we'll get into in a second here. And we play with what else is Prelude, right? So this is Prelude 2. So Prelude has long been mentioned in many lists when people say, "What's the best expansion of any board game ever that you'd never play without?" And time and again people say, oh, Prelude for Terraforming Mars. And it's because Terraforming Mars is a thing where you have like 12 different currencies and they all start at 0. And the whole game is about playing cards to sort of get your economic engine built up so that you're generating more of these different currencies as you go. And what Prelude does, and it takes a long time, what Prelude does is says, okay, we'll give you a couple cards to like take 2 of your resources and kind of start them at 3 or 1 or whatever, right? So that you kind of like the production cycle doesn't start at absolute flatline, and it makes the game a little bit shorter and a little bit less daunting feeling. And so Prelude 2 is just more cards that give you more head starts and more initial advantages.
That's fun.
Yeah, why not? In different corporations.
That was basically the expansion.
That was the whole expansion, and then we're like, nuts? Oh, we might as well also get. Oh no! Okay, this is important too, though. Okay. So Omelette.
More milestones! Yay!
Yeah. So what this is we'll open this right now because this is the exciting part. So they've had this available to play online for a while now, and they've just put it in cardboard now, which is really interesting because I don't know if I've ever seen a situation. Can you guys still hear me? That microphone is way back there. I don't know if I've seen ever seen a situation or too many situations where we've gone in reverse. So tons of things where it's a board game and it becomes a video game version, but I don't know how many times they've developed things in the video game version and cranked it back to board game. So what this is these are public goals that you can fund to get extra points at the end of the game, and they're printed, they're hard coded onto the board. But with this, you can punch them all out and like mix them all up and throw them on the board, so you got different goals, and so that'll, I think, reasonably excitingly change the game. We should talk a little bit about Scythe. Yeah, you can look. Okay. Why don't you look on camera though? I know it's
harder.
I know it's harder. You got the short arms.
I do.
So, yeah, see if you can figure out what they mean. I think those are the standard ones. Gardener, scientist, yeah those are the ones. But you got to bring them on camera so others can see.
Well, they're on the box.
Well, okay, we'll do that.
When I'm done.
You know what? I can even go into, like, super close-up cam. Whoa, it's the side of Cheryl's face. Whoa. Yeah.
You weirdo.
So those are the standard ones. Okay. I don't know how to get back from the shot. There we go. Woo! Ooh, one
Traveler. What's Traveler? That seems new.
I don't know, but there's a whole... Well, look, you've got this this book to tell you what they all do. Yay. What's Traveler? So Scythe is an interesting case because Scythe has a bunch of different hexes on the board, and they're all pre-printed and they never move. And then what they did was they came out with a variable arrangement of hexes. Not entirely, so it's not like you can't place it per hex like you can in Catan. It's like a cluster of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, I think, hexes that you can move around. So you get a bunch of these clusters. So it varies it up, and I think it's in bunches because if they made it so finicky that you could place every single individual hex, I think that you might run into balance issues. Maybe. I think that's why they did it. So the reason I bring up Scythe is because Terraforming Mars doesn't have that at all. Are we seeing that red line on camera? I hope not.
Interested.
That'd be bad. Hold on. There we go. That's better.
Yeah, I'm just sticking through these later.
So those are good. That's cool. That's good. I'm glad. So that I'm happy about. If you missed out on that, do feel bad. Okay, so in order to talk about this, so this says 3D tiles for Amazonas Plantia. What the heck is Amazonas Plantia? Well, let me tell you. This is where we get into Ryan and Cheryl spent too much money. Oh, by the way, before we do anything else, hold on.
Where'd it go?
What's the thing? What? Oh, it's over here. Give me a second. Here, let's take this off the table. No.
There's more stuff back here.
Oh, there's more stuff. Oh my god. Okay, what's this? What even is this? Prelude 2 sleeve pack. Oh my gosh, more sleeve packs. Do we need these? Probably not.
All empty.
Okay, so more sleeve packs. Who cares? But I think they're all individualized for the Atoma. So there's specific sleeve packs for the robot, specific sleeve packs for Prelude 2. Unnecessary, completely bonkers, stupid. Why'd you do it? Great. Now, let's get these last 2 things out. Grab that one. And then kill the box because we have something important to do.
Oh gosh, what a mess.
Okay. I'm thinking of titling this video we spent too much money on Kickstarter. So I want you to make your best Kermit face on 3, your best Kermit sheesh face, and then we'll use that as the thumbnail. Are you ready?
Okay.
Okay. Kermit sheesh face in 3.
I don't know if I remember.
1, 2, 3. Did that work?
I don't know. I feel like I can flare my nose so my camera does.
Look at that. Oberon clarifies that these are the same milestones as the ones from the official 7 maps. So there are 7 maps for Terraforming Mars. Can you name them? Go. For all the money, name them.
7 maps?
Yes. The first map is Tarsus? I don't know. The second map is Hellas. Third map is Elysium.
How do you remember this?
And then these 4, one of which I think is... Oh yeah, so these are the fan-made ones. Look, Amazonas Plantia, Vestitas Borealis, Utopia Planitia, and Terra Cimmeria. I don't Latin very well at all.
The things we remember are very different.
What did I sing to you the other night when we were snuggled in bed?
Oh!
Out of nowhere, I'm Canadian. We had this show called The Edison Twins, and I just started singing the Edison Twins theme song to serenade my wife, and she's like, and I was like, take it, Cheryl. And she's like, I don't know that song.
I can't remember. I remember bits of it, the parts you sang, but...
Mm-hmm. And it made me wonder what Sonny Benson Thrasher is doing today. If you're not Canadian, you don't know what the heck we're talking about. That's fine. Great.
Is it like Canadian and Ontarian because it was TVO?
No, you know what? I bet it.
Was it TVO?
I bet it aired. No, it wasn't. It's CBC, I think, maybe. I bet it aired in BC. Guaranteed. Actually, we can ask Oberon. Oberon, I think Oberon's the right age. Did the Edison Twins air in BC? Inquiring minds want to know. Edison Twins was about twins, teenage twins who were into science, and they had a little brother who wasn't. And the little brother,
bit of a brat.
He was a brat, and the brother voiced the main character in My Pet Monster. Huh. I could go into My Pet Monster lore for a while.
Well, sounds familiar.
Okay, good. Back to this. So this is where all the money went, and I don't know if we should have. So this. Okay, wait. This box is the cardboard versions of this, and this is the what you call mats, the play mats.
Oh, okay.
So let's crank one open, but I'm not going to do the boring ones that everyone's seen. Let's crack open the fan-made ones. Go, Cheryl, go.
Knife.
We need some unboxing music.
We're supposed to have an ad break.
Good. Make sure that make sure it takes 2 minutes and 55 seconds for you to open this.
Yeah.
The moment we get it open, the ad will start. Oh, Oberon regrets not getting the map. No, Oberon. Tagaimo, Oberon. Because now we have this problem. I was never into mats, board game mats.
I like them.
You like them.
They're quite nice.
I don't know if I like them enough to have spent dollar dues on them. But now our problem is, where do you put the mats? We have no storage solutions for the mats. So I bought a thing, and I'm going to be doing a Bits Please episode about it. Oh, come on now. What the?
It's broke.
It's super broken.
No.
Oh no. I don't know how to get it unbroke. Uh-oh. We might be sunk. We might be stuck on the first frame of the Bits Please animation forever. Oh no.
That's hilarious.
Oh no, and there's the rules gremlin coming in the background. Hold on, you know what? I can kill it. Wait.
Bits Please!
Yeah, there you go. That's exactly what it was. Hold on, let me see if I can get... Yeah. Okay.
Yay!
Okay. Sorry about that. I got a new machine. So you did the same thing with the new computer. I said, like, how much can I spend on the new computer? Like, $50, $75, and Cheryl names this absurd amount of money, and I was like, oh, okay, and I went and spent an absurd amount of money on this new, and I can do that because I've had a job. But if you're wondering why there are fewer Nights Around a Table videos, it's because I have a job. So there's a trade-off. So I can bring you absurdly extravagant unboxings like these, but you're gonna see a couple of videos a month instead of one a week, which was my old rate.
Can I like actually open it?
Yeah, you can actually open it.
Okay, cool. Let's do this.
Which one is this? Which one are you opening?
Utopia.
Utopia. Oh my goodness gracious. Ad starts in 26 seconds. So we'll gaze upon it for a little while. This is kind of nice actually. Ooh, look, they've got spots for the colonies stuffs.
Nice.
And then what's this? Oh my gosh, look. Turmoil is printed on the board. Right, so you don't need your turmoil board?
Oh yeah,
that's
but then you'll just like cover it, right? Cause
why? What are you talking about?
Because we won't play it.
Oh yeah, well yeah, exactly. That's where the snack bowl goes right there. So your chips. Look, an ad starting here soon, so we can talk to chat for a little bit. YouTubers would be like, we see no chat. Why do we see no chat? Maybe, you know what? Maybe I'll spend the ad break figuring out... Look, it's a giant mouse pad. Giant, very expensive mouse pad. Mm-hmm. Maybe I'll spend the ad break figuring out why chat's not coming up. Chrome and chat. Give me a second. Our audio might cut out for a second. No idea. There were problems with Streamlabs chatbot a while back, and they deleted all my stuffs. So, okay. 3D tiles. No. Yeah, we should wait till the ad stops. It says ad starting soon. Like, in how soon?
No... I can't tell if the ad's actually running.
There we go. Ad is now running.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. In case it helps you diagnose that layer, chat is showing up on screen for about 5 seconds and then disappearing. Maybe that's a setting. Oh!
Weird.
Oh yeah, I see it. Ads now.
Okay,
says
there it
Oberon.
is.
But it's not stacking.
Right.
Interesting. Okay.
There are things to work out.
Yeah. We should tell like a story that only YouTube people will see and subscribers on Twitch. And then when we come back, we'll be like, like at the end of an episode of He-Man, having laughed at some sort of joke, and nobody will know what we're talking about. That's what we should do.
So what kind of joke?
I don't know. Come up with a joke. Did you hear a joke lately?
No.
All I've heard are dirty jokes. I shan't tell them because I've marked this as safe for children. Here.
Are you
one thing we can
children?
do. I'm generally not, no, but I try to be on stream.
Okay.
Let me move this over a little bit.
5 of 6 ads.
Holy 6 ads.
6.
Ay.
6 whole ads.
That's a lot of ads.
He must love us to put up with 6 ads.
Wonder what they're ads for.
Right?
3 seconds, 2 seconds, 1 second, and
clear.
What were the ads about? What were they trying to sell you? What does Jeff Bezos want you to buy? Tell me all about it. I'm sure, different people got different ads, I'm sure. So check this out. So these milestones are the ones that go like blop, 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 right?
Yeah.
Boonk. So you can... now, as far as the quality of the mats go, I don't feel qualified to comment because I'm not a big mat owner, but these are thinner than the ones we own for other games, right?
It's true there.
Yeah, so they're about, I would say, 1.5 millimeters thick, whereas other mats that we have, like if you're able to scoot out of the shot and grab that mat right there, we can compare it. See that one on the edge?
Yes.
Okay, Cheryl's going to go on a mat adventure.
I don't want to knock over my water bottle.
Okay, we'll compare. We'll compare mats. They were all over Dodge soap. Wow. Go out and buy Dodge. Dodge soap.
Dodge soap?
Soap for your Dodge. Okay.
I just dropped a wig over here.
You can put that wig on if you like. I think you should.
It does not look very nice.
It's not nice. Why? Because it was on my head.
It's just
Exhibit A, problem 1. Oh wait, Cheryl's gonna put the wig on. Yes. Yeah, perfect. Come on. Sit down.
Here's the way.
I mentioned on Facebook too. Congratulations to Dave Beck and Papers and Games for cracking 1 million Buckazoids on Kickstarter for Luthier. That's the Luthier wig. If you saw that video.
Yeah.
This is the issue, Cheryl. Like,
yes.
You roll it all up, and then what do you got? Just a plastic bag to put it in?
So you can't fit it back in.
Can't fit it back in. Now, here's some differences between these two mats. So thickness-wise, this mat's thicker. This is, by the way, the mat for Sea of Legends. This mat's thicker.
Very.
It has sewn edges. So what some people complain about is that the printed part of their mats separates from the foamy part of their mat, and it frays along the edges. So this is why you would get stitched edge mats. Other people say you're crazy, that never happens, and maybe it's just because they don't play with their mats enough. But this mat is about 2 to 3 times. Oh man, maybe even 4 times as thick as this one. So this is definitely a higher quality mat. This is a crappier quality mat. If you are a Terraforming Mars player, you have resigned yourself to the fact that you're going to get crappy components. Also, a lot of the card art is just like from like, what do you call it? Like stock photo sites, you know? You didn't know that? Oh, they didn't go and photograph like 1 million different scientists doing space things. Yeah, they just got it from...
I mean, can you blame them?
I mean, for what they're charging, almost, yeah. Yeah, kind of can, yeah. Okay. And then other people were saying that there were spelling mistakes in the cards in this one. And they're like, yeah, I know. I know. And they forget Atoma. Anyway, let's get over this. Stitch edges. Oh yeah, Sea of Legends. I splurged on that one as that was larger than the board. Yeah, it's bigger than the board, and it's gorgeous. And the board gets a little bit cramped too with all those amazing minis.
It really does.
I won't stop singing the praises of Sea of Legends. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. But we haven't played since the last Kickstarter came.
I thought you were just doing like a bad job and like you couldn't.
No, it's not.
But like
you can
the
do it on
rubber,
camera to show
the
people
rubber
the
like
start.
grips the plastic.
Yeah,
So you can't really.
Yep.
So I'm like really good at putting your sleeping bags back in the bag.
This reminds me of extremely tense Friday nights when I didn't get ones that are large enough.
Anyway,
I said it would be safe for children. I'm sorry.
It's
here we go.
Good enough.
So this is 3D tiles. So there were.
You opened it?
Here's a big tease. Here, I'll show you this big tease. Check this out.
Huh?
Whoa, 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 whoa. In the main game. Oh
my gosh.
I know I'm hitting the microphone. Everything's. Oh my god.
Box fartometer.
Dare we?
6?
Dare we? Dare we push the button?
Oh, I don't think you should.
I just pushed it.
I think they're all broke.
They're all broken.
Yeah.
It didn't happen. Didn't happen. Box fartometer 6.
I said 6.
Yeah, I agree. I concur.
Roll them rubber side in. Yeah, that probably would be better.
Rubber side in, I've heard that so that they don't curl in a bad way when you put them on the table. Okay, my thing is sitting a bit askance, and I'll explain it to you in a second.
Is it because you like stored it on its side?
No, it's caved in on this side, and I'll tell you why. There's a piece missing, and the reason the piece is missing is because I'm making stuff for it, and then this always happens. I go in and make all these brilliant things, like inserts and 3D printed things for board games, and then they're like, by the way, new expansion. I'm like, I thought we were done. And it doesn't fit anymore. So these are the 3D tiles, and look what they did. Look at this tease. Yes, I got the colony domes because they're cool. Look at this.
It's so much better to play with them.
It is so much better. So they left blank spaces in this tray, and what like
diabolical.
Diabolical. If you're a completionist, and you really like the game, then you're like, what? Oh, look, there's another blank space right there. So there are 3 blank spaces. So that's what this is all about. This little box, and you know what? I guarantee what we're going to see in this box is more than 3 tiles. So, well, let's see. Hold on. Grab it, and let's look. Okay, let me switch the camera. Okay, do it. There we go. Yeah, there's way more than 3 tiles. How are you supposed to fit any of this stuff anywhere? Oh my god. Get ready to stack tiles in there, says Oberon. You're not kidding. Oh my goodness gracious.
Okay, that's pretty funny though.
Why? Okay.
And domes.
Cool cities, cool domes. We got lakes. I guess you can stack the lakes in one spot, of course. More parks. more parks, and lakes, and more parks, and parks. I don't know if we've ever run out of parks playing it, but we've greenery. We've come close to running out of tree tiles. Mm-hmm. And the last time we played, everybody's really doing well. Great. Well, this is...
Who did we play with last?
I could drag out my BG Stats app and tell you.
I can't remember.
Michael Todd. Yeah, it was Michael Todd. He was in from Nova Scotia. And we played Terraforming Mars. So I get a little bit sad when we talk about Michael Todd because he's moved away. He's thriving and doing well, but we miss him. Great. There you go. So none of these are unique, which surprised me. I thought for some reason there were a couple of unique tiles that came with this. But why do you need all these additional copies of tiles?
Tell us, Ryan.
Well, we're going to open another thing, and that will illustrate the reason. I don't know where to put any of this garbage. So go grab the Matt's box.
Which Matt's box?
The one that we just opened this mat from.
Do you have it over there?
Oh, do I have it over there? Yes, I do.
Yeah.
There's one mat called like Giganticus Bigicus, and that's the one we want to open up. And I'll show you my 3D printed stuff in a second. Is that the one? Yes, it is. Look, because it's got extra. Look, it's got a hole on camera here. Yeah.
Hobo tiles?
No, yeah, it's got. This is for dirty pours. So basically, if you are a rail riding vagabond,
yes,
who just makes beans around the fire, you use the cardboard, and everybody laughs at you.
No, they don't.
No, they don't. All right, foam side out. Let's roll it. Very thin mats.
I mean, the cardboard is just fine, but the little domes are super fun.
Cardboard is just fine. Who even are you anymore? All right, go.
Most board games are just cardboard.
I know.
Oh, I guess not so much anymore, eh?
Not with the stuff we buy. Like that Castles of Burgundy one has acrylic tiles that you can buy for extra. Is this the map that I'm thinking of? Is this the... No, this is Amazonas Planitia. Is this the big? Yeah, this is the big one. So I think is it a bigger planet?
There's none that are called Biggest or whatever you're saying.
I think it's this one. Yeah, Planitia is the big one.
Yeah.
But it is neat. It is neat to get spots for your trade fleets and everything right on the board. I like that. So we won't need this. We'll just burn this essentially.
Campfire.
Look at all this. Yeah, look at all the spots that they have for cities. I have a big old box of like. Now here's a tale of woe. I have a big box for where I store when we get upgrades to stuff, and I take the cardboard and junky pieces that they're upgrading and I put it in this big box. It's just over there.
Yes.
So I did that with Orléans. Because I was going to do a Bits Please episode.
Bits Please!
I was going to do Bits Please episode of that game because I did all sorts of crazy stuff to it. And then they're like, oh, by the way, we're coming out with an expansion. I'm like, just as I finished that project.
Right.
So we get the expansion, which is called Plague, I think. And I had upgraded the tiles, the cardboard tiles, to little plastic acrylic pieces that you can get on Board Game Geek. They have not made them for the new expansion. And so you can't play the game because this is a game where you're dragging tiles out of like a bag. So because some of them are plastic and some of them are cardboard, you're going to know which ones aren't the...
Yes.
So like, I don't know, stinks. Let me show you the cool stuff that I made. Amazonas is the big one, the longer tracks. Oh, I didn't even notice. Look, the tracks are... Yeah, he's right. 14? Doesn't it usually go up to 14?
Or is it...
Like 12? Yeah, maybe.
10 or 12?
So this is like a longer game, bigger map, lots, more stuff going on. Oh, does it have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 milestones? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6
awards.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, it's 6 of each. Sorry, you can't see my hand, but at the bottom of the board, there are 6 awards and milestones instead of... Is it normally 5, or am I just misremembering?
I can't remember.
Hold on, grab this one. Okay. It is normally, count it up.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Oh, it is 6. Never mind.
Yeah.
All right. Let me show you what I've got going on here. Look at this. Hold on. Look, it's fighting.
I'm gonna put this
visually fighting with this mat here. Careful, that's an $8,000 mat. Okay. Great. All right. So this is what I got going on. The first thing I did was I went and I printed capsules. So they got backs and fronts for the colonies tiles, right? Mm-hmm. And that's because you remember there's a whole thing, like when this game originally came out, you had your boards and you get a million cubes all over them, and they were tracking things like these things where, oh, I got it on 2. And then if like your dog sneezed from across the room, it would go like,
or
boop.
your cat.
Or your cat jumps on the table.
Play with the cubes.
Or you fumble or whatever. Yeah, the cubes go all over the place, and you'd have to take regular pictures. So anyway, they came out with, this was one of the first hugely high profile games that came out with recessed player boards, and they made that as an upgrade. And so, it's a 2-layer player board with holes in it that you can recess the cubes in so that they stay put. They did colonies, and they didn't have recessed boards for colonies. So, I went and printed out these things with backings on them. But then, that makes everything thicker, and it kind of sloshes around in there. So then what I did was I designed... So I don't think I designed these. I think I got these things from somewhere. I think I combined 2 prints so that I could have it snap top and bottom. I can't remember, but I'll look it up. It's part of the video that I'm going to make.
The Bits Please video.
So one more time. I wasn't on the right camera. Can we just see that once more?
No.
So for the video for the series that is commonly known as Bits Please. Oh, come on.
Bits Please. I had to shock you.
Thanks for not letting us down.
Yeah.
All right. So
does it make you think I wasn't doing it?
Still too loud.
Yeah, I know.
Gosh, turn it down. Great. Hey, Varys. Yay. Terraforming Mars Prelude. Yes, welcome. So I'm just talking about these custom upgrades I made to it. So I made these saddles that fit all of these that have these things on. Now, you're wondering why a couple of them aren't in there, and it's because I'm a dirty poor. No, but it's like you only need a few of them for your game, and only a few of them will even fit inside your box. You can't fit them all, right? So what you do if it's like, oh, you shuffle them up, we're going to use Callisto, you just pop, you pop this guy out and put the shield on Callisto, and now you can have a nice thing. Great. So that's that. So I made these saddles, and then I made it so that you can put this milestones thing for Venus in here, and here's the award thing for Venus, so those fit in nicely there. And this is another thing that I'm doing with a lot of the inserts. Am I boring you?
No, with
a lot of the inserts I'm making is I am stamping setup stuff in here. So this says you put player count +2 of the, I don't know if you can see that well. Put player count +2 of these things out here. And then if you have 2 players, you put 5 of them out there. So you don't have to check the rule book anymore to set up colonies. Love that. And I'm doing it more and more. And then I made a really thin thing just for the bottom here, just so that these didn't slosh around too badly. So you got that. That's another part of colonies that you can stick in there. And then that little guy there, little piece. But what I have planned, and then this, I don't think I designed this. I think somebody else did, but I printed it because it's awesome.
It looks like it came with it.
It does, but it didn't. Look at this.
It's beautiful.
Gaze upon it and be jealous. So this is for turmoil that nobody wants to play. So these slide out and they hold all your little dudes for turmoil. Very nice.
Sexy.
I did do a modification on this. I don't think I designed it, but I think I changed something that the designer had done. I'll look it up anyway. And then this, holds all your jazz for, hey, pretty cool, right?
Yeah.
So that's a really nice upgrade. And then you're wondering where the rover is. I'm painting it. The last thing I'll show you with this is that you've got all these, spaceships that come with colonies. But these are painted, by the way. These are primed. Sorry, they're primed but not painted, so I got to paint them. But the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to make little saddles for them on the bottom, because I hate the way they just sit on the table like that. That sucks. And I want it to be a bit more like Scythe or Zaya, where they're actually floating above the table and they feel more like spaceships. So this is an acrylic standee from Scythe, I think, for the airships, and I want something like that. And I don't know where to get them. If you've got a bead on them, please let me know, because I would love to just buy these. But I thought, okay, well, I'll make them. So then on my bed slinger printer, I went and I got acrylic filament, and I printed that thinking that it would be transparent, but it came out, and I'll do this, I'll say this again in the video, it came out way the heck not transparent, right? So I'm like, that stinks, that's not the right stuff to use. And then I went and I got resin transparent resin for the resin printer, and I tried to print it out there. I don't have the example here, but again, it didn't come out transparent. So I'm like, man, how do you print transparent
kind
plastic?
of garbage, right?
It looked like junk. So that's what I'm working on, is little saddles for the spaceship so that I can put these standees in and have them floating along the table, and I think that would be really, really cool. So that's what I got going on there. I will make a whole video about that later, and you'll hear me say it all again. Cool. Great. So now for the next 3 hours, you're gonna watch us sleeve the entire game.
No.
We're not gonna do it.
Nobody wants to see that.
Vera says, I love that stuff on inserts. It really helps with Orleans. Yeah. You love what, the videos on inserts, or you just like making the inserts? Because Orleans, certain games, you're like, I'd love to play that game, but the setup is half an hour and
Feast
stupid.
for Odin is one that...
Feast for Odin is another. Yeah. But are you talking about stamping the actual rules onto the thing? That's what I did for Orleans, because a lot of designers, and I did a video on how to stamp, by the way, a Bits Please video.
Bits Please!
On how to stamp text and images and stuff onto your prints. So if you're designing them for schlubs like me to come in and take them for free and print them and enjoy them, it really helps if it's like, exactly like this. Exactly like this. Who's supposed to remember that it's player count plus 2 tiles for this, or at 2 players it's 5 tiles? There's no way. There's no bloody way. I got too many board games.
Says Orleans, the insert has...
Oh yeah, I think I shared my modifications with you, didn't I, Varys? With the stamp stuff in it. Yeah, it helps. It helps, and it's already hard enough to remember how to play all these board games. Thank goodness there are channels like Paul Grogan at Gaming Rules to teach board games and how to play them. There are a few others that will teach board games. You did, and I was very grateful. Oh, I'm glad. Again, I'll make the video, but that'll be down the road. I have a whole universe, by the way, of videos that I have made that don't exist, because I've started them and I picture exactly what the script is and how it goes, and I'm like, yeah, good, done. My brain's completed it, and you haven't seen it because it's still up here, or it's still like in various stages of completion around my
That's very
workshop.
ADHD.
So ADHD. And you know what's funny? I see Feudum over here in the corner on the table. I was going to make an insert for Feudum, and thank God I didn't, because they just did a campaign where they're like, Game Trays is going to make an insert for it. So it's like, whoa, just dodged a bullet there. My goodness. I think we can wrap up here. I think this is, my tummy is saying it's time to wrap up.
Oh, you're hungry?
Time for delicious, delicious oatmeal, because my doctor says I'll die if I don't. I think I'm going to die anyway, so I might as well eat potato skins.
I think we're all going to die anyway.
So might as well not eat oatmeal.
And on that note...
Yeah, on that cheery departure, thank you so much for joining us to see, just as a recap, was it worth the money?
I don't know yet. We haven't played it.
Could anything be worth the money?
What do you mean?
I don't know. I think it was a bad plan. I hope that I have given you Tagaimo.
Like you think we shouldn't have gone all in?
Vera says Terraforming Mars is so good, but what you missed, Vera,
so good.
Is a new term that I'm calling Tagaimo, which is thank God I missed out, and I want to instill that in people, and they can look at it and go like, oh, new maps are awesome. Oh my God, okay, you guys aren't helping me here. You guys are enablers.
Yeah, well. It's a game we play a lot, so having, some more variety is good, and I like the idea of the new milestones particularly.
So here's another ADHD thing. I started talking about Castles of Burgundy at the beginning of the video, but didn't finish the thought. The thought was, when I was looking at that campaign, and I thought, maybe we should get it the second time around, because they'd already done it, and everyone bought it and received it, and said it was great and everything. Yeah.
And I said no.
And you said no. And certain things too,
it just didn't feel like...
The upgrade of Village, I didn't like the artwork. The first upgrade of Castles of Burgundy, I didn't like the artwork. I thought it was too busy, but everyone said Castles of Burgundy was great. And so when I said to Cheryl, when it came around a second time, should we get this? And Cheryl was like, no, but Cheryl said, we never play it. And then I grabbed the phone and I opened up a little app called BG Stats, which I should do a whole video about how BG Stats wins arguments, because I thought, well, is she right? And I brought up Castles of Burgundy, and it was our #1 most frequently played game in our entire flipping collection.
It wasn't #1.
It was #1. We've played that more than any other game. I can't show it to you because the phone I'm using to shoot with
can't be true at this point.
I think it still is.
Okay, well, when you edit this for YouTube, you can
yes, I'll fact check myself. Or here, I'll show you the screenshot. I
still can't believe that's true.
Are you ready to see it? Screenshot in 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. Okay, was I right?
No.
If it wasn't number 1, it's number 2. Like, it's way up there.
I don't know, because, like...
And it shocked us both.
Because we played Lost Ruins of Arnak so much.
We have.
World for the Galaxy, that was up there, right?
Lost Ruins of Arnak.
That's our patio game.
By the way, if anybody can get word to the publishers of Lost Ruins of Arnak, you need to make a Big Dumb Box or Big Dumb Dummies for that game.
Yeah, they do.
I had that Bits Please episode.
Bits Please!
Where I made I printed Unser Family's insert, which was amazing. It was all these cool shipping crates and everything, and it looked like the end of Raiders of the Lost Ark when they go through the warehouse and everything's in boxes and everything. It looked awesome. And then they came out with an expansion, and then they came out with another expansion, and the boxes that he designed don't fit the things. So then I went into 3D software and I started elongating them and resizing them so that they fit. But they're very complicated. They have like brickwork pattern in them, and it's just a real pain in the behind to modify them. So now I've had Arnak sitting open upstairs for months and months and months and months and months because it's such a daunting exercise trying to get those crates resized. So, I mean, if they could make a big box for that, I would love it.
You should make your own wood box of like thin MDF and make it look like a crate.
So that's something I did just talk about spending too much money on board games. What's it called? Dead Reckoning. This is very smart. Watch this. This will become an industry standard, I guarantee you. The shelving unit of choice for board gamers is called a Kallax shelf. It comes from IKEA. It has big square cubes that just seem to fit board games really nicely in them. So what AEG did with Dead Reckoning is they said, okay, we're going to make a Big Dumb Box for Big Dumb Dummies to fit all the game because it doesn't fit anymore in the original box, right? All these expansions, whatever. And you want to be able to throw out your boxes, which I have done recently because I just need the space. But what they did was the Big Dumb Box for Big Dumb Dummies fits perfectly in a Kallax cube. Isn't that so smart?
Very smart.
Mark my words, this will not be the last time you see it. Just like when Stonemaier did Automa for the Viticulture game, it wouldn't be the last time we saw it. This will become an industry standard thing. Everybody's going to be doing their big boxes in Kallax volume.
It's smart.
It is so smart. It looks cheap as heck. They charge a lot of money, and it looks like cheap, garbage, stupid garbage. And we'll do an unboxing of it. You'll be like, what did we spend money on? But we could have eaten groceries this week. But yeah, you'll see. So I'm not too excited about the quality of it, but I don't know, maybe I'll be delightfully surprised when it comes.
It's a chat.
I do not regret skipping the minis, though. Oh, we're talking about Castles of Burgundy. Yeah. So Castles of Burgundy has acrylic tiles, and then they're like, oh, it's got castles in it, so let's make resin mini castles. But what's dumb about that is that like it blocks your view of the common board and your own board, and the minis don't have anything to do with anything. So
I can see that not adding to it.
So we skipped those two. So apparently acrylic tiles, yes. Minis only, no good.
So did you back it again? Or back it eventually?
Yeah.
I don't know if you told me that.
I did. So that's on the way. Yeah,
I don't remember.
Yeah.
Okay.
Have you done Varys is asking if Oberon's done the vineyard stuff. Castle Burgundy is so good. The new boards and the acrylic tiles are so awesome. Then we're looking forward to it, and we'll do an unboxing of that in a bit. Also on the way to our house is Tzolk'in, which I've played exactly once, and you've never played. And it is, I think it's in the T Games series, along with Trismegistus and Tzolk'in and what's the Tabanusi?
I never played it.
Never played it once. It's got a pyramid in the middle of the board, but it's a low-lying pyramid. It's not like a cool, big, tall ziggurat.
Did you play it here with the boys?
No, I played it with a boy at his house. I played it with Comrade Boris at his house.
All right.
Yeah. So that's on the way. The Feudum Septennial is on its way. Probably next year. Castles of Burgundy is going to be coming, and I think that's it for. Oh, and Dead Reckoning. So that's it for acquisitions. So look for those in the coming 9 years. Too bad no one has a laser cutter to make some fancy wood. I know I have a laser cutter to make a fancy wooden box. Shut up. Well, we don't run it. We were just talking about the laser cutter the other day.
Yeah, we did.
And it's like I don't know. I've had enough cancer today. I don't want.
I'm not running it in the house ever again.
No.
No, it's not.
So we can only run in the garage, which means we can only run it for about 4 months of the year because it's too cold the rest of the year to run it in the garage.
It's longer than that, but like...
It's 4 months. And in Canada, it's 4 months. We got 8 months of winter.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Let's get out of here before an ad starts in 1 minute. Do you want to sign off and say goodbye? Thank you so much for joining us.
Everybody.
Thank you for backing. If you do back on Patreon, if you don't back on Patreon, you can be like one of the cool kids and have cool lit up text in chat just like those guys do. We'll get chat working. We'll get the animations working. 43 seconds to go. Anything else you want to say?
No. Thanks for joining us.
Great. We'll see you again. Did you just watch that whole thing? Oh, hey, to 100% this video, click the badge to subscribe, and then click the bell to get notifications when I've got new stuff.